Today I'm going to talk about an interesting strategy that I came across. This one has a lot of different ways to play it. It's actually a fairly simple strategy. I would say it takes a medium bankroll. It doesn't take a bankroll in the thousands, but it definitely is going to take a bankroll in the hundreds, unless you just like to really go for it right away. In this strategy, we're going to say there's a point. Doesn't matter what the point is. I tend to use the 9 a lot, and it's really simple. It really, really is. You're going to set up. I messed that up. I did 2 units instead of 3. You're going to set up 66 inside. If the point is an inside number, you're going to include that point. So it's going to be 66 inside, including. But wait, there's more. Last one, pretty dang simple. You're going to have a $12 field bet. Why 12, you ask? Because that seems kind of an odd number. Pretty simple. This is similar to the pyramid strategies or the power 6/8 strategies, the funnel strategies. It's similar in that aspect, in that you're really pushing for these numbers right here. If the field wins, it's going to get paid $12, right? So we would pay the field $12. Now what the player is going to say is, press my 6 and 8. Okay, pretty basic. We'll press the 6 and 8. So now instead of 18, we've got $24 on it. What if the field doesn't roll, you ask? Glad you asked. If it happens to be a no field number, which would have to be one of these, no field, let's say a 5. It's going to get paid $21. In the field it goes. The way this strategy is designed is that it is using the field to pump the 6 and 8, and it is using the non-field numbers to pump the field, to keep the field going. If the field were to win right now, they would win $21. Guess what they would do? Press my 6 and 8. Now, as these press, you're not going to continue putting every penny into the field. So the player would ask for some change, so they can get some ones in there. You're going to bet the field, and you're going to use your inside numbers to keep the field going. But you're not going to do it all. Let's say an 8 were to roll right now. So this would lose, and the player would win $28, right? $28. Well, they certainly don't need to go $28 into the field. Okay? The initial idea of this bet is that the inside numbers, the 5, 6, 8, would always go into the field. It would just keep the field bet going. I personally think that they should kind of ease up on that a little bit, and instead just $12, because the $12 is what they're using to continuously pump the 6 and 8, right? So let's say we have $12 in the field and a 5 rolls, or a 6. We'll say a 6 rolls. So the field loses. Now this is going to get paid $21, right? Now, knowing that they need some ones, I'm going to pay it this way. So that they have their $12, and they can collect the rest. It's only $9, but why not? You're using the $12 to press your 6 and 8. I don't understand why you would do $21 in the field at this point. Collect some. The only time I would increase the field is if I get to the point where I have pressed some of my numbers up and I'm winning more than $24 on a 5, 6, and 8. At that point, if the field comes down, I'm probably going to go ahead and say, screw it, put 24 into the field. As long as I get to the point where these are pressed up, which is also why I wouldn't press just the 6 and 8. I think I would probably funnel into the 6 and 8 until I hit the green. As soon as I hit in the green, I'm going to try and get my 5 up to 25. And at that point, now I can do a $25 field bet. or $24 field bet, and that way I can press these 2 units at a time. And that would be the strategy that I would use. I would slowly build these up and then increase the build. You want to collect. And the player that wrote about this strategy, they didn't really put their collection point. Their exact description was $12 in the field, always used to press the 6 and 8. If a non-field rolls, every penny of it goes in the field. So at what point do they collect? Just off the 9? If the 6 and 8 rolls the way they're describing it, it would all go in the field. I think that's silly. You, at first, just put $12 in the field. With $12 in the field, keep up. And basically, you're doing an iron cross with the 9 included and with presses, which to me is, of course, preferable than the standard iron cross. Just in terms of an entertainment value, of course. The iron cross is, as much as dealers tend to look at it as a very, very boring strategy, the iron cross actually is probably the best beginner basic level strategy and probably the most reliable strategy overall. It's just not a strategy for winning huge money on huge rolls, on big monster rolls, which is what we like to see. Like to see people win money on monster rolls. But overall, the iron cross is one of the strongest strategies. So this being a modified iron cross is not a weak strategy. And just like the iron cross, what you'll notice is that the non-field numbers are 3 units, while the field would only be 2 units. An iron cross does not work if they're all the same units. It does work. It's just honestly stupid. Because at that point on the 6 and 8, generally you're winning $1. People do a $12 6 and 8, or a $6 6 and 8, and a $5 field. Then they win $1. Or if they're on a $10 table, $12 6 and 8, and $10 field, so they win $4. No, I'm sorry, the 6 and the 5, they win $2. So you're winning pennies. You're winning a couple bucks, and it's silly. It's a waste of your time. The proper iron cross always has more units on the place bets than in the field, which is why the iron cross on a $5 table doesn't make a whole lot of sense unless you're playing 2 units on these. Outside of that, again, like I've mentioned before with some of my personal iron cross variants, use the money to press. You win in your field. Cool. Press the 6-8. I love it. We press the 6 and 8. Awesome. Okay. So you still have your field bet. So let's say a no field. Let's say a 5 rolls. So we'll give them their 9 change. And, no field, but they keep their field bet. Okay. Awesome. They've got their 9 change. Now let's say a 6 rolls. So they lose their 12 right here. Now over here, now they're winning 28. Go back in the field, they collect. Now let's say the field rolls. Let's say a 10 rolls. Okay, press my 6 and 8. I would love to. We now know what they are at. They are at 30. Now this is the point right here where I would start deviating. At this point, while it's great to keep pressing the 6 and 8 and go for a big hit, which would be a lovely thing to do, but if you're only going to focus on the 6-8, I would pull these down at a certain point and stack them up onto the 6. If you're going to go for the 6-8, just go for the 6 and 8. Otherwise, I would start using this field bet in other aspects. Let's say 3 rolls. Okay? So you get paid your $12 and press my 5 and 9. Why not? Where's the harm? Because now let's say 9 rolls. Well, of course it'd be a winner, but we'll say the points dead. Say 9 rolls. Well, what are they going to win? Well, they've already pressed it once, so now they're going to win 21. Right? So they get their $10 there. They've already got enough ones. Boom. Next time a field rolls, let's say it's a 3. They do the same thing. Press my 5 and 9. Now we've got the 5 and 9 at green. Where I may deviate from that, even if the 5 and 9 are just 15 still, is if a 6 and 8 were to roll. If the 6 and 8 were to roll, of course this would lose. They would get paid $35 right here. I wouldn't add in any ones because I know they've got plenty at this point. So they get paid $35. Well, let's do it this way. You get paid $35. What I would probably do at this point, since I've got a good backlog of ones set up for my other bets, I would probably do my $12 field bet, and I would probably go ahead and do the 4 and 10 as well. Use these numbers now to expand out that way. Or maybe I just do 2 units and I collect a little bit. Either way, I would slowly expand things out. Now, with this strategy, it's really focused on the 6 and 8, and I love that because that's the most likely to roll. Right here, between these two numbers, you have 10 of the 36 possible ways these dice can roll, or 5 out of 18 odds. That's pretty damn good. That is not bad at all. I would not be disappointed with those kind of odds in any way, shape, or form. So I like the idea of funneling into the 6 and 8. But if you want to make good money on a longer roll, on a decent roll, at a certain point you have to expand out. You have to broaden your horizons. You have to fly free, my child. So at a certain point, you got to expand it out. And I would probably use the 6 and 8 to do that. Or maybe I would use the 9 since it's going to win in the field and it's going to win on the place bet. But either way, I would suggest expanding this out. But that is entirely up to you, however you choose to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this strategy, and we hope to see you guys next time. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'm Jason. We'll catch you later. Thank you everybody for watching today's video. And as promised, a little bit more detail on things that we are working on. So again, we want to continue trying to expand the channel. We're really hoping to be able to add roulette as soon as possible, and then some video keno, video slots, stuff along those lines. Unfortunately, it ate up almost all of our cash, paying off all of our bills during the month of January while we were down. And now that the holidays have ended, YouTube's payouts have dropped significantly. So we're kind of treading water here as far as all that goes. Do have a lot of things we want to add, though. Not just those things, those additional games, and hopefully some carnival games and such like that, but the live streams. The biggest problem right now with the live streams is with 3 jobs combined between the 2 of us, 4 if I include the 20 to 30 hours a week I'm putting into the YouTube channel. It's very, very difficult for me to have a day and time that I can commit to doing the live stream every single week, because we also have our very young child to take care of. But I'm trying to figure that out. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being on Monday nights or Tuesday afternoons, or possibly both. I intend to do at least one live stream exclusively for our patrons, and then another one on the YouTube channel. So possibly both days. We also have a few other things that we really want to attempt to move forward on. I'm just running into either time or skill set issues. I do want to eventually have a website going for us. I did used to program websites over a decade ago. A lot of things have changed, and I just don't have that time. And not a whole lot of knowledge on the current state of building websites, hosting what sites can host, and how to build up the e-commerce stuff. So if anybody has any skill sets along those lines and would like to answer some questions or just help us out, shoot us an email, sincitylivingLV@gmail.com. Also, I really hope to be able to start adding some exclusive stuff from Sin City Living, logoed shirts, hats. I'm looking to get custom dice made, even custom layouts made, although those would be pretty expensive. But I know zero about e-commerce and drop shipping and anything along those lines. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area, please email me. I would love to ask you some questions and see if you can answer a few to help me figure out how to get that going. Same thing with designing our logos. I had some logos designed, very, very small logos, unfortunately, not big enough to blow up to put on t-shirts and stuff like that. And again, I know I know nothing about logo design, graphic design, any kind of websites that could do it. I literally know nothing. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area also, please email me, and you're willing to answer some questions, please email me and let me know. I'll admit I don't even know where to start as far as asking some questions, but I'm sure I'll ask a few, and that'll trigger a few more, so on and so forth. So yeah, there's that, and of course we do hope to continue to improve our AV setup, but I am an AV moron, so Also right there, if you have any skill sets or knowledge in that area, please email me and are willing to answer some questions. Please email me and let me know. We would love to help. Otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching, and we're very excited to continue bringing you our videos. Bye now.